Hi, my name is Kuna Fertingo, and I'm taping Quiz 6 Makeup. So the problem we're going to be looking at is a certain vector to try and get it into Gauss-Jordan form, which is just another way of saying RREF, which is reduced rectangle form. So to begin the problem, we have to write out the vector what we know. So as you can tell, there's going to be 5 columns because of the fact that there was 5 denoted here, and it's going to be in 3 rows. So we're going to start by writing out what we, in the rows of what we have so far. Like here, we begin with x1, and since there's a coefficient of 1 here, we go as 1. We don't have an x here. Here's how it looks. x2, x3, x4, and x5 are basically filling in places. Excuse me, not x5. Sorry. There's no x5 because x5 equals 0. And so, and this is a constant right here. These are the numbers 7, 26, then there's no 0 because x5 is gone. And so we're going to start by filling in and be x. We have, so basically have 3 problems. Here's the first row, here's the second row, and here's the third row. That's going to be denoted. So, and we have 5, really 4 columns because x5 is equal to 0, so we're just going to leave x1, x2, x3, and x4. So when we do the first row and write it into this form, it'd be 1, because this is technically a 1 for the coefficient right here. 1, and then there's no x2, so it's 0. Then x3 is 4, so negative 4, so we put negative 4. There's no x4, and x5 is really 0, so we just leave it out. The next row would be 2 for the 2, 1 for 1, negative 6, negative 1, and negative 1. x5 again is not equal to 0. And then the third row would be 0 because there's no x1. x2 is 1, x3 is 2, and x4 is negative x, which is the same thing as negative 1. So now we are trying to do the Gauss-Jordan form with the RREF just to get it into the form where you can have the first, well, there's a 1 in the first column, and then you can lay down there's 0, so it's the only still number, and then you're going to try and do for each individual column, so it'll be 1, 1, 1, if we can get it into that form, as close to that form as possible before we stop. So then we start by trying to get each row to start off. We already have our pivot right here at 1, so we can leave that alone, but we need to get these 2 numbers to be 0. So we already have the third row in the first column to equal to 0, so we're going to now try and cancel out the second column, the second row in the first column. So how we would do that is to denote which row we're going to do. So in this case, it would be row 2. Is we're going to subtract row 2 from 2 of row 1, because by doing that, we are multiplying 2 times 1, so it's technically doing 2, which is row 1, minus 2 of row 2, which equals 0, making this 0. And we would continue to keep doing that, and we would get 0 here, and there's originally 0 there, so we have a full pivot. So then the next one would be, we can leave this alone because we're trying to get into this basic form of 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, and or if there's extra rows, but usually and typically in this form. So then we would come here and try to see what we can do. So we have a 0 here, so that matches the form right. If we have a 0 here, that matches the form right here. So now we're going to 1, we can leave the 1 alone, and now we're going to go to this one and try and get it to 0. So by doing that, we would go and bring it up to the front over here, and we're going to do the third row, because we're denoting the third row. It's going to be the third row minus the second. So here it just be 1 minus 1, making it 0 to get it into this form of 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. So then we're going to go to the third row and try and get it to look into the form 0, 0, 1. However, there's a problem when we're trying to do this to try. You cannot, there's no physical way to get it to get into that form. So when you